office today instead of at the work office. And I finally had a chance to Google timers and music and all of that. So let's hope I do not have any technical difficulties today. Already, Gayla and Natalie and Half a Mo are here. So good to see you guys to join me on Friday. I thought about doing a costume. I actually wore a costume this morning to do my run club, and I was like a unicorn. But then I didn't get time to go back and find something else in my house. And then I thought anybody that's going to watch this later is going to be like, why is she wearing a costume? So, hi, Dexter. Nice to see you guys here. It's awesome to share my Friday with you guys and to do some writing. I was just putting together my first Substack post because I'm going to do Substack as well in my spare time. And it's about dialogue. So I'm going to hopefully be able to share a link during this chat if I can get the graphic to be finished while we're doing this and go from there. So if you missed it, this week's video is, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Like, I think it's about when you're stuck with your writing and how to get out of writer's block, ending writer's block. I recorded 6, I think, ahead of time, and 4 of them I forgot to turn on the audio, which you guys who know me know that that is a normal par for the course thing for me. I totally forget to turn on the audio. So I had to re-record them. And so now I've kind of forgotten like what's recorded, what's not recorded, because it was a few days before I realized I'd forgotten the audio. So I've got a million little things to try to get those done. The audio has a quick echo. Maybe it's this one is on. Maybe because of the, let me know if it's the probably the headphones, I think. Oh wait, I have 2 mics. Okay, so one should be the Yeti, which is this one, I think. And then the other one was, I think, my headphones. So let me know if changing those 2 settings there changed it, Dexter. See, this is what happens. I got cocky. I thought, oh, I looked up all the things and set them all up ahead of time. And then, of course, I ruined something. But it's better than just talking to myself for 20 minutes while you guys are like, where are you? Why are you not live? Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. I tell you, anybody that comes in new or like clicks on this later after the fact is probably like, oh my gosh, what a crap show there that is. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys are reading right now. I just finished Scott Carson's Departure 37, and I really loved it. And I just started Joe Hill's King Sorrow, and I'm going to be really sad because I'm definitely not going to finish it before I leave for Dubai. So I've got to pick up a different book to take with me because King Sorrow is like 1,000 pages long, and I have the hardcover, so there's no way I'm taking that on the plane with me as much as I would love to. And I don't really do Kindle. I have a Kindle somewhere. I suppose I could load it with the book. I don't know. I really like the tactile part of a real book. And, you know, the fact that I can read it before the plane even takes off. Like I can have that out because it's not an electronic device. So what are you guys reading right now? And are you Kindle fans or are you paper fans? I'm like really, truly like a book fan. And Half a Mo the slapstick, yes. Well, I thought it might be fun to have a appearance of Daisy, who is sleeping over there in the corner. She's usually sleeping on the opposite end of the couch. That's where I have like a blanket set up so she doesn't cover my couch and dog hair. But I thought like after one of the sprints, I'll bring her over and you guys can have a live Daisy sighting. She had to go to the vet today and get her allergy shot. So, you know, everybody can just feel bad for her. She was not a happy camper, but she is a happy camper once it kicks in because otherwise she just itches like crazy. Reading The Coming Storm, nonfiction by Gabriel Gatehouse. Oh, that sounds, and it's a scary one that's nonfiction. That sounds really cool. I just got Outlive is my new audiobook on my Audible account, but I'm putting it aside until I finish watching some of the videos from Vid Summit because I'm learning so much from them. And yes, Dexter, paper forever, that's me. And Gayla, I saw you had emailed me that question. It was a long enough answer that I wasn't going to type it back. I didn't have the time today, but we can talk about that when, oh, Cheryl's in here with color on her hair. Hey, I'm getting that done Tuesday and literally like packing and getting on a plane right afterwards. So, and Barb does most of her reading on old iPad or Kindle Fire tablet. I think what I have is a Kindle Fire. I don't know. I so rarely use it. And Gayla's rereading writing compelling fiction. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'll answer that after I come back from the first sprint, Gayla, so that then we have a little bit of time to talk about it before we move on to the next thing. So today's prompt is all about breaking that writer's block, right? Because we all go through it. Everybody struggles with it. And especially if you end up like putting your writing aside for a little while because of work or life or being sick or the holidays or whatever, it's really a hard thing to get back into sometimes. And right now I'm working on multiple other things that are not my fun book. So every time I come to the fun book on Friday, I'm like, okay, where was I? And sometimes I'm sitting here fiddling around because I do have the book to do for HarperCollins. I've got to do some revisions on the first few chapters. They want to see those by December 15th. And then I think the whole book goes in by July. So that'll probably end up becoming my Friday afternoon book just so that I can get it done. And Cheryl's reading a book about novel structure. And Heather, yeah, I've got to get like the whole enchilada on Tuesday. It looks good today, but normally my hair has just been all over the place. So I think it's because the humidity is really low here in Florida today. So, all right, let's do a 15-minute sprint and let's, cross our fingers that everything works and I get the whole thing to go the way it's supposed to. And then we can come back and I will talk to you guys about writing or using pitches to pitch your book. Okay, we got through a whole bunch. I began writing my paragraph, and my dog is so like, she's like traumatized because she always sits in the corner and she's like, I'm allowed to come over. Come here. Come here, Daisy. Come here. Come on. I don't think you guys can see her in the frame. She's just out of the frame. But yeah, you just see like a half an ear there. That's hilarious. And how did it go, you guys? How did the writing go? And Dexter said that the prompt was was opening a quest for tempting the main characters towards Act Two. Come here, Daisy. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. She's. Hold on. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. So she knows she's not usually allowed to be on my lap or on my desk when I'm working because she gets in the way, and she'll paw at my, say hi to everybody, say hi, I'm on the live, I'm gonna lick your face all day, because she'll paw at me until it's time for dinner, or even if it's not time for dinner, she'll keep doing that. So anyways, half a mo, Dexter asked if Edinburgh is as suitable for Halloween. And Dexter, I just read a book set in Niagara Falls. Can't remember if it was on the Canadian side or the American side. It was called Cataract City by Craig Davidson. And it was actually pretty good. And they talk about the falls being cataracts. I guess that's like a type of water feature and stuff. And it was really cool. Nice to see you here, Silver Ali. And Silver Ali's editing today. I wrote a couple paragraphs and just starting to get back into the book again. And you can see she's just like, yo, can I just lick your face? That's her thing. And I was going to share the link to the Substack, because I put up an article about dialogue, and obviously you guys know I cannot do two things at one time, and I just wanted to show you guys that. Let's see if that'll just pop on there for me and show up. It should. Oops, I'm moving my face around on the other side here in the corner. Daisy, stop, don't lick my fingers, because then I can't move things. Anyways, the Substack is going to have some of the articles to kind of go along with the videos that I'm doing, and hopefully give you guys even more. You need to stop. Even more of a feedback on different things that we're doing. And yes, Gail, I did not forget about going to the other thing. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's still blocking my face, but I've got 4 easy fixes to instantly improve your dialogue. I made an Instagram graphic that I'll throw on my YouTube community as well. And you can just scan the QR code, and there's the Substack. I like kind of accidentally ended up there because I subscribed to somebody's Substack, and then all of a sudden I realized, oh, that gives me a Substack. So now I have one. So anyways, yes, let me know if you didn't see that, and we'll go back to normal life here with this. So Gayla was asking about writing or using a pitch. So the pitch needs to get across a couple of things very, very quickly. Basically, what's in it for me, and what the genre is, and what the hook is. So you want to start as soon as possible with what the hook is, or if you have a high concept, which is the best, that will really grab them. Like if you can say, and yes, Cheryl, I've not been putting Daisy in the last few videos. See, say hi to Cheryl. I've not been putting her in the last few videos because I haven't had a chance to do more video with her. So I have new footage of her. I definitely need to take her outside or something and get her. She just wants to like lick my face when I have her. So even filming a video of her is hard. So with a pitch, you want to have the hook in the beginning. What happens if a girl finds out, I don't know, that her father was murdered by her mother? That's the hook, right? Like you're like, ooh, I want to read that book. It's the hook, and it's also evocative of the genre. If you say, what happens if 2 arch enemies fall in love, then you know that is a romance. The other one is clearly a suspense or some kind of a thriller. So you're getting the genre and the hook in the very beginning. And if you can, you want to make that first sentence also kind of tell a little bit about the story. What happens if 2 arch enemies who are trying to bid on the same piece of property fall in love? Or what if, I'm trying to think of like some of the books I've got here. I've got The Impossible Fortress here, which was very excellently written. It's actually a book like I reread in between kind of crappy books. Jason Rekulak's The Impossible Fortress is about 14-year-olds. And what if a teenage boy falls in love with the girl that he's competing against, which is basically what happens in here. They go into a competition for video game producing. It sounds like less cool than it is, but it's a really well-written book. Joe Hill's Heart-Shaped Box. What if a collector gets a box that comes with a ghost, and a pretty vicious ghost, to say the least? Lucy Foley's The Guest List. What if a murder happens in the middle of a wedding on a deserted island far from help? That's kind of getting the hook in there and getting the genre in there right away. And you've intrigued them with that. Then you can expound on it just a little bit more, like, Joe Schmo from Idaho, fell in love with Jane when he was a kid, and then forgot about her when she broke his heart, but now he's back in town doing blah, blah, blah. Then you can expound on it, but you really want to have that hook in the beginning so that they're grabbing it right away. Half a Mo said the ghost tours are going on out here, and it's foggy. That sounds really cool over there. I have been on ghost tours in, I want to say, St. Louis and New Orleans. And the New Orleans ones were way better because the atmosphere, I think, is way better. And Heather said she had a stuffed animal that looked just like Daisy. It'd be a lot less maintenance. Daisy is a wonderful dog, but she is very emotionally needy. And I got her because I wanted an emotionally needy dog. And then, yeah, it's a lot. Half of Mo's working on a bullet point outline, but needs guidelines and writing backwards to sew it all together. And Gayla said, oh, you made it to the second round of Love Inspired. That's awesome. They liked it a lot, but said you needed to work on your internal plot more. So yeah, that's what we talked about a lot when we were doing the masterminds. It's that internal plot of growth that really, really makes a difference. I did record a video, I think, on emotional growth. I don't think it's coming out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Like I said, I can't remember which ones I re-recorded and which ones I didn't. I know I have one about first lines because somebody requested that. And I forget what the other two are that I had. Go ahead, you can go back. But I will have something on emotional development in a book soon, because I know you asked about that, Gayla, specifically on the channel. And if you guys ever want to see anything, you can totally put a post into the community or ask me a question or whatever. I really like when you guys do that in a place like the community on YouTube or the community on Thinkific, because then everybody learns and everybody sees. So if you, on any of my social media platforms, ask me a question, then it allows everybody to learn, which is great. And I love that you're pitching the new book at an LI editor conference. That's awesome. So congratulations on getting to the second round. That's just really awesome. It's really hard because, as you know, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that enter those kinds of things. So I'm excited for you on that. Now that Daisy has left, I can go back to writing. She's like, I'm done with you, Mom. You're not letting me lick your face on live camera. And I'm not feeding her either. She has to wait until I'm done with the live stream. And to be fair, her dinner time is usually like 5:15, 5:20. But at 4 o'clock, she starts to act like she's about to die and she needs to eat right now. So she'll survive. She's got like another 45 minutes to go until supper time. And if I don't get done with the stream in time, my husband usually sneaks in here and grabs her and feeds her so that she's not bugging me and she's not like getting upset. So she really wants to do one of two things: be with me or eat. Like, that's her whole life. It revolves around that. Anyway, let's do another writing thing. And Half a Mo, emotional growth video would be great, especially how you write a romance without accidentally creating self-help book, right? That's always a really good one. I really recommend that care video that I had where I talk about character takes an action. And I do touch on this in the emotional growth video. The character takes an action. There is a reaction, because for every action in life, there is a reaction. That's how kinetic energy works. And then there is an emotional impact. And I talk about this in the video, so you'll hear it again when you watch the video, but everything that we do in life has a reaction and has an emotional impact on us. You may not think it, but if you really look through everything that you do. So let's say that you go out to get the mail in the middle of the day, and maybe there's no mail or maybe there is mail, but it doesn't matter. You go out to get the mail and there's a reaction. It's cold, or the mail's not here, or whatever there is, whatever your action does, there's an equal reaction. If the mail is bad, you've got an emotional impact. Oh man, I got more bills. Now I'm more stressed. I'm going back to work and I'm more stressed. If the mail's really good, you're like, okay, my day's a little bit happier now. Or maybe if the mail's not there at all, you're just like, oh man, I don't know if that bill's going to come today. Everything that we do, even the simplest things that we do, have an action, reaction, and emotional impact. In a book, however, that becomes more amplified. It's not just getting the mail, it's trying to rescue, your mom's cookie shop, or it's trying to find a little girl. And so every action you take has higher and bigger ramifications. So thus the emotional ramifications are the same. But look at the actions that you take during the day and think about how you emotionally react to the small things that you do. Getting out of bed 10 minutes later, right? Or 10 minutes earlier, going to work out, or making dinner and burning part of it. Like the things that you do, the actions that you take, there's a reaction and an emotional impact on you. And then you start thinking about that on a micro level for your characters and in your book. When you write the pitch, it's also a really great way to write the sentence. After you've got the hook sentence, you can say, one, if you have two protagonists, Gayla, because if you're writing a romance, then you're probably going to have two protagonists in your pitch. But you can have the male character or the female character takes action. This is the reaction, and this is the emotional impact. And boom, 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 that creates the plot. Because especially with HarperCollins, what they want to see is the emotional storyline. That is like super key. So boil it down to every little action that your character takes. And you may think, okay, all they did was cross the room. That's still an action. What was the emotional impact on them of getting closer to leaving or getting closer to another character? How are they reacting to that? And Gayla has a emotionally needy English Springer Spaniel. Yes, I know. They're a lot of work sometimes. I used to have a German Shorthair Pointer who was so emotionally needy that when my first husband would leave the house, like to go to the gym or something, he would go into like what looked like an epileptic fit, and we'd have to give him phenobarbital to keep him like calm because he would get so upset. He was a really easily distraught dog. And it's hilarious to see that with an animal because you don't think that they have that kind of deep, deep feelings. But he came from a shelter. 95% of the animals we've ever had have come from a shelter. And so who knows what his history was, but he was a really, really strongly attached, emotionally needy dog. So not quite as bad. Daisy just like loves on me all the time. She's just like, love me, love me, love me. And this dog was just like, I can't be alone. He was he would have made a good character. All right. Anyways, let's do another 15 minutes. And look, I had the timer working and everything. I'm like so proud of myself. Okay, here we go. we did it. 15 minutes. And my timer worked out. Wow. Except for the echo at the beginning. Hey, I'm going to like knock on wood that all the future ones go like this. Although, we're not having any for a while. And your dog gets pitiful when we leave him. Yeah, Daisy like loses her mind. If I go outside, she absolutely loses her mind. So I had a dog named Sophie. Anybody who's been friends with me on social media for a long time might have seen her. She was a little Havanese, and she was a wonderful dog, absolutely wonderful dog, but a little bit standoffish. Female Havanese, I guess, are not known for being super cuddly. The males, I guess, are more cuddly. And so when she died, I had to put her down because she had some tumors. She was in a lot of pain. So I put her down and like literally went out and got a dog the same day. I don't recommend it. It was a bad choice because I should have like grieved my first dog, but I was so devastated to lose her because she was like my best friend. She went everywhere with me. And then I got Daisy, and I purposely picked like a really bondy kind of dog. And yeah, she's a totally different pet from Sophie. She's a good dog though. She's really wonderful. But she was like my best friend. I had just recently got divorced. I was alone, and I just had me and the dog, and it was just us for like a couple of months, 2-3 months. And so she got to sleep in the bed. She did everything, and she became like my best friend there. And then when I got married and I moved in with my husband, like she's got serious separation anxiety because she's like, hey, I used to be with everything that you did, and now she's not. So if I come home and then I go back outside to get the mail, she's like losing her mind at the front door, like thinking that I left her forever. But she's a good dog, and my dog sitter spoils her rotten. She goes to somebody's house. She doesn't go to like a boarding facility or anything. She goes to somebody's house, and my dog sitter has a like close friend who it has been really ill with cancer, and he loves Daisy. And so my dog sitter will bring Daisy over to like hang out with him. And so she gets completely spoiled and loved on when she goes to the dog sitter. She's spending a whole lot of time with the dog sitter this month because of the travel, but she's pretty happy that way. Um, and yes, the dogs and cats are such great pets. They really are. My cat is the best. I love my cat. I kind of forced him on my husband. I'll have to tell you guys that story next time. But he's the best. He's just super chill. He's almost never in here during the day because my husband works from home too. So the doors between us are closed. So the cat's usually with him because it's his cat. Anyways, I think that's all that. Well, we could probably slip in like one more real quick, like maybe one more 10-minute one. I don't know if I can. I can't change the timer. I don't know. Actually, yeah, I can. I do know how to change the timer. Look at that. I'm so proud of myself because I do know how to change the timer. I think. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. I thought I knew how to do it. But all I can change is the like the ending time thing. I don't know. I don't know how to change anything more than that. But let's do one more real quick, and let's get 15 minutes in because I can't figure out how to do anything else other than 15 minutes. All right, we'll be back in 15. Okay, guys, awesome. Nice to see you all, and sorry that some people had to run early. I totally get that. It is Halloween. We have maybe trick-or-treaters coming. Our neighborhood has like a Halloween party at the rec center, so most of the kids go there instead because they just get gobs of candy. And why do all the work of going door to door when you can just go to the rec center? And yes, I do love Oxford commas. So welcome to the Sprints Oxford comma supporter. Um, and Jenny, yes, nice to see you here. And yes, starting after 420 is when I started like diving deep into some writing talk. I did have like a little mic issue at the beginning, as we all know. We're totally expecting that. So yeah, sorry about that. Okay, guys, so I will definitely report from Dubai. I have another camera, like a little camera that's going to go with me to Dubai. And I'm going to try to film as much as I possibly can and put that together for you guys. And I don't know if I'll post or anything. I'm not quite sure. Like, I know my Wi-Fi and everything will be fine. We're staying in a really nice hotel. So I should be able to make some posts and at least do some pictures early on. We'll see. I have no idea what's in store for me. I'm super excited about it. And I want to take you guys along with me as much as I possibly can. So I will let you guys know some of the things that happen in there and how cool it is, and maybe film some of the flight and everything. I don't know. It's going to be awesome. And then as soon as I get back, I have to go to Mexico. So there will be no sprint this next Friday or the Friday afterward. But the third Friday of November, and I need to look up that date because I have no idea what that date is. I should be able to have a sprint because I should be back. So the 21st, we can have writing sprints again. And then the 28th is Black Friday. So you guys let me know if you want to do sprints on Black Friday. I may or may not be home. Actually, I don't think I'll be home. I think I'll be at my mother-in-law's, and my granddaughter is coming to visit. But we'll have sprints on the 21st. And as we all know, the holidays make it really hard for everybody to be around for stuff. So I'm sorry I'll miss it for 2 weeks, but I promise there will be great footage for you guys, and I will have some videos for you while I'm gone, so you won't just miss me. No, Jenny, I'll be in Dubai, so they'll restart on the 21st for 1 week, and then I think we'll go in earnest again starting in December because I don't have any travel in December. So I'm excited about that, being home in my own house. So thank you guys for joining me. And I will see you all on the 21st, and look for some videos on Dubai, and have a happy Halloween if you celebrate. Bye, everybody.